Well, look, now, are we positive that these men had no way of knowing this was only a test?
Lyle, for God's sakes, how many times are we going to go through this? It doesn't make any difference anymore.
I've spoken to each of these men. They all believed it is the real deal.
Now, look, we got to be on a plane in less than an hour. Now, I'm the one that has to explain to the president why 22% of his missile commanders failed to launch their missiles. Now, what am I supposed to tell him? 22% isn't so bad?
The president knows that I'm fully responsible for the men in my command, sir. I've ordered a complete reevaluation of our psychological screening procedure.
Oh, wait. Excuse me, General. We can't ask these men to go back to the President of the United States with a lot of head-shrinker horse shit. Besides, you can't screen out human response. Those men in the silos know what it means to turn the keys, and some of them are just not up to it. Now, it's as simple as that. I think we ought to take the men out of the loop.
Mr. McKittrick, you're out of line, sir.
Why am I out of line?
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about out of line?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't understand. What do you mean, take them out of the loop?
Gentlemen, we've had men in these silos since before any of you were watching Howdy Doody. Now, for myself, I sleep pretty well at night, knowing those boys are down there.
General, we all know they're fine men. But in a nuclear war, we can't afford to have our missiles lying dormant in those silos because those men refuse to turn the keys when the computers tell them to.
You mean when the president orders them to?
The president will probably follow the computer war plan. Now, that's a fact.
Oh, well, I imagine the Joint Chiefs will have some input.
You damn tootin'.
Well, hell. The Soviets launch a surprise attack. There's no time.
23 minutes from warning to impact. 6 minutes if it's sub-launched.
6 minutes. 6 minutes, that's barely enough time for the president to make a decision. Now, once he makes that decision, the computer should take over. Now, sir, I know that you've got a plane waiting for you, but if you could indulge me for 5 minutes, I'd like to show you something. These computers give us instant access to the state of the world, troop movements, Soviet missile tests, shifting weather patterns. It all flows into this room and then into what we call the WOPR computer.
WOPR, what is that?
It's a War Operation Plan Response. This is Mr. Richter. Paul, would you like to tell these gentlemen about the WOPR?
Well, the WOPR spends all its time thinking about World War III. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, it plays an endless series of war games using all available information on the state of the world. The WOPR has already fought World War III as a game, time and time again. It estimates Soviet responses to our responses to their responses, and so on. Estimates damage, counts the dead, then it looks for ways to improve its score.
But the point is that the key decisions of every conceivable option in a nuclear crisis have already been made by the WOPR.
So what you're telling me is that all this trillion-dollar hardware is really at the mercy of those men with the little brass keys?
That's exactly right. Whose only problem is that they're human beings. But in, 30 days, we could replace them with electronic relays. Get the men out of the loop.
Gentlemen, I wouldn't trust this overgrown pile of microchips any further than I could throw it. And I don't know if you want to trust the safety of our country to some silicone diode.
General, nobody is talking about entrusting the safety of the nation to a machine, for God's sake. We'll keep control, but we'll keep it here at the top where it belongs.
All right, gentlemen. I think I'm going to recommend McKittrick's idea to the president, and I'll get back to you on this.
Thank you. You won't regret this.